Alright, this is a Craftsman 30-gallon air compressor. It has this motor on it. It's a oilless kind of compressor. Well, they haven't made this motor and this mechanism right here in a bunch of years, and they'll tell you in the stuff that there's nothing serviceable here and you can't fix any of these parts. Well, you notice one of those capacitors is white and one of them's black, because when you tell me I can't do something, well, you know how that's going to be. So I replaced the capacitor in it. Now what the problem is, the centrifugal switch broke, and I'll show you what it does with the broke switch. Well, I guess maybe I have to fire it up first. And here we go. We're going to start this up and I'll show you what it does. See what it does? Well, what it's doing actually, in motor terms, it's starting up on the high-speed run capacitor, which means it doesn't give the motor windings, the start windings in there. It has two sets of windings. Doesn't give the start windings enough power for the motor to get up in speed and disconnect the capacitor. So now that I have some screws in here, of course, piece of wood fixes about anything. So now I'm getting ready to put this back up here, and we'll see what it does. How this works. You have a mechanical centrifugal switch here. That this thing hits about 65% of its running speed, the centrifugal force will pull this ring in and it'll go that way. And when it does that, here's the centrifugal switch down here. It'll let go of the switch and engage the other set of capacitor, the run capacitor, and this thing should take off. So here's a demonstration. That's all there is to it. Now the only problem is now it's fixing all this plastic and everything so that switch will actually engage that centrifugal switch back here and work this air compressor. So I got everything put back together. The top of this switch right here is wore off. And of course, this is another part you can't get anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here. I made me a spacer, and I think that's going to work. Doesn't look very high-tech anything, but we're going to try that and see if it'll work anyway. Now I got to get all this lined up. Get it back on here. I'll have to do some more wiring here. Now let's take and see what it's going to do. Well, looks like to me it's going to work. All right, so I just got this thing back together, and now I'm going to give it a try. Looks like a winner to me. All back together now. Been cleaning it up a little bit. Yeah, 135. And now you can see the label. This thing was built in June of 2000, so it's 20 years old now, and hey, served me real good, so I'm going to keep it running as long as I can. Bye now.